You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it has happened. Cleveland Browns fans, for you Cleveland Browns fans that wanted Kevin Stefanski fired, that wanted your two-time coach of the year in Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski fired. Finished the year winning 2 in a row. Look, I get why people wanted him gone. All right. Here's the thing. It just felt like Kevin Stefanski wanted himself gone. Like the last 6 weeks, it was like, and you know what? You got to give him credit for that. You could tell, I want out. This is a shit show. But he went out there and kept grinding and won 2 games against rivals. And now, of course, the national media is saying this guy's going to be one of the top candidates. Maybe that's possible because there's such and the narrative, look, the Falcons, by the way, have entered the chat after they fired Raheem Morris. All right, there's Falcons Kevin Stefanski buzz right now. And what's going to happen here is, and we'll get to all the fan reaction because that's really the point of the video. I want the fans to be able to always have a voice. Speaking of a voice, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you check and make sure YouTube hadn't bleeped you and unsubscribed you. Somebody said yesterday, I'm not getting notifications for this channel. Well, 2 things. Make sure you click the bell and then choose all videos or something like that where it tells you to give you. Now, you only get 3 notifications a day. All right? And in a case like this, I put out 5 videos yesterday. So a couple of those didn't have a notification. Make sure you check the community post. Because if it does not have a notification on it, I will share the video on there. And we're at that time of the year where this channel could very likely get 4, 5, 6 videos in a day. All right. One's already out this morning. I was recording at 5:45 a.m. Kevin Stefanski is out as the Browns head coach, Adam Schefter. After moving on from Cleveland, Stefanski is expected to be one of the top candidates in this hiring cycle. We'll get to that in a second. Cleveland Browns, right here, official, been relieved of his duties. ESPN Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski is out. They part ways. That's right. 45-56 in 6 seasons. Interesting. Interesting. Who in the bleep is going to... Oh, is this Stefanski for real? Let's see. Who knows? Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Oh. So there he is actually arriving. Wow. Wow. A little behind the scenes action. Little behind the scenes action. He opened the door for the lady. Let me guess. This woman was pissed that a man opened the door for her because that's where we are now with these lunatics. Good grief. Seriously. By the way, he was 1-2 in the playoffs. I think this might have been this was Shedeur maybe yesterday.
Just Coach Kev, he been real tough. He been tough, and it's good. I think I grew and I learned a lot from him. I think this week we had a conversation just about things. You know what I'm saying? Just about things in general, and I feel like we grew to understand each other. We share different things. That we both will go through. So I know he wanted this win, and I know he wants every win, but I know this one means a lot, and I don't know. I wish we all, like, as a team, and I wish everybody could have got more personal, within this last year. Quinshon even came over my house a couple of days ago, and like I said, in that dark time, he came over my house. and just talking like, bro, like speaking life into me, and that's what I needed. And I'm truly thankful for him, and his presence definitely is missed.
You know what?
Just
You know what? I think the kid liked Kevin Stefanski. I'm going to be honest. I think the kid liked him. That's interesting. That's interesting. That sort of breaks some narratives. Now, you may be like, we keep hearing this nonsense about Kevin Stefanski being one of the top candidates. Well, look, if they decide to hire him, any team, what they're going to do is they're going to sell the fan base on the fact that the Browns, in some fan base's opinion, right, whatever, hey, look at the dysfunctional organization that he was with. He won 2 Coach of the Year awards with that dysfunctional organization. He took the Browns to the playoffs when they haven't been to the playoffs in years and years, and he took them there twice. They went and traded for Deshaun Watson, the worst trade in sports history, the worst contract in sports history. They took away Baker Mayfield. They got rid of Baker, who went to Tampa and is balling out. They did all these things. They haven't had a wide receiver or anything that looks like a wide receiver since Amari Cooper. Well, that's been like 2 years ago. There's all these different scenarios that the leadership of other fan bases is going to try to sell their fans on. Now, the one thing I do know, if he decides he wants to do it, Kevin Stefanski's absolutely going to be somebody's offensive coordinator. All right? I am like many folks right now. I still am some skeptical that he's going to get a job in this cycle. But do I think he'll eventually get another job? Yeah, I do. And he shouldn't be, look, my boy Darnell Carver, about time he shouldn't be considered for any job considering the BS he's done. Doesn't mean the Browns should have kept him, but I'd bet Stefanski having real success at his next stop. That's Ross Tucker saying that. I wonder how many, I wonder what anybody said to him. Yeah, there's Baker laughing. Wow. I need Stefanski to come home and call plays for the Eagles. Eagles OC. I knew that was going to be the Eagles and OC narrative is real, I think. Here we go. Oh yeah. LeBron, yeah, giving them eyes. That's the Giants, by the way. AI generated Stefanski and the Raiders. Man, that's crazy. Imagine firing a guy because he couldn't succeed after you let all of his best offensive players walk or got rid of them. The GM is still there. Yeah, right. Yeah, there he is right there in his Giants paraphernalia. Mike McDaniel to the Browns. That's interesting. Let me ask you a question. If you hire Mike McDaniel from the Browns, aren't we just in the Spider-Man meme now? Just pointing, two guys pointing at each other, dressed exactly as. Aren't you just Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield at that point? I mean, is that what we're doing? Shedeur Sanders cleaning out Kevin Stefanski's office. I don't look. I don't think. I've gotten to the point where I don't think Shedeur. I don't think he's exactly thrilled with this, to be honest. Oh, but Rhodes, everything that happened. Look, these two have been working side by side for weeks now, getting prepared. There's no way that there is not another that there's not a relationship between those two that's probably pretty good now. Would be my guess. Wild move. The Browns hit reset like it's a hobby. Stefanski will land on his feet, competent, modern, proven. Cleveland stays stuck in the churn while the league lines up to hire him. Same movie, different year. Interesting. 902 Monday, Pete Carroll is still with Vegas. Well, Pete Carroll's trending right now all of a sudden, and we're not checking on it because I've got to make that video. That's it, folks. Stefanski's gone. There it is. Now Kevin Stefanski has scheduled an interview with blah, blah, blah. All that news is coming down the pipeline. And blah, blah, blah has scheduled an interview with the Browns. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.